How's it going, folks? Well, here I am again out here in the garage, piddling, cleaning up a little, doing a little stuff to the heads. I'll show you that in a second. But I want to tell you about something. I've brought him up before, and he is a down-to-earth, cool cat. You see this cool hat I got? This old hot rod. He's got a good channel here on YouTube, and y'all go check him out. If you like cool old 30s cars, hey, beautiful. If he ain't working on them, he's driving them. That's one thing you can count on. His is not a trailer queen. So go check him out. Check out all his cool merchandise he's got. He's got hats, he's got shirts, not like this one. But check out this cool keychain. Look at that, louvered looking. Yeah. And if you ever need louvers punched, he can do them. But anywho, he's an awesome guy. And, you know, I try to help support other channels and talk about other channels in my channel. And I know I'm nowhere near as big as those. But, I mean, hey, the way YouTube goes now, these people that are, you know, getting paid, they're not getting paid near what they were. And I don't know how that works because I don't get paid. But if I was doing it for the money, I'd already got out. But anywho, I just want to bring him up, bring his channel up, how awesome a guy he is, and his cool merch. Now, I got me a new cool garage hat, but it's going to bother me if I get it dirty because I can't, you know, I may have to wear it out in public dirty, you know, because, you know, it's a cool hat. Okay, let's get to the video today. All right, so I ain't no rich man, and I dang sure ain't no machinist or nothing like that. So, you know, just listen to what I say and do what you want to do. So, my heads here, I had them vapor blasted, and you know, this car sat for 12 years before I got a hold of it, up to 14 almost now, and I wanted to make sure that the heads were, you know, flat right here. They look good, but that don't mean they're flat. And then I hate exhaust leaks with a passion. With that said, I do know that the headers I got are warped. One side is anyway. Well, over on the wall over there, see if I can zoom, I can put it over there. Yep. Over on the other end of that box where you see the side of Uncle Sam is some thick Mr. Gasket header gaskets. That's one of the second or third things I got. But I made sure I got them because I knew these headers was warped. Now, when I get the headers back, I am going to try to get them straight. We'll figure out how, if I can or not. If I don't, I'll tighten a pea out of them with a, you know, ratchet. But here is a DIY way to check your surface for where your manifolds or headers bolt up, and your head surface, head to block surface. And I mean, it's the simplest thing you can do that will kind of give you a little bit of, you know, peace of mind. Now, of course, if your heads are warped, you most likely have to get another set, or just take it to a machine shop and have them deck them. You know, resurface it. Well, this is my way, just my way, of checking and getting my peace of mind. Okay, here we go. Now, of course, I gotta lean this so I can't see what y'all see. Well, yeah, I can turn it around. Here we go. All right, so here we have the surface that I've not touched yet. You know, all I did was, you know, set it up on that counter to show y'all this. So it looked perfectly flat. Ain't nothing wrong with that surface that we can tell. you know, really there's nothing wrong with it. I don't think. I hadn't done it yet. But down here on this head, let's see, let's flip this over. Yeah, here, if you look close enough, you can see some scratches, but that's what I wanted. I still got to scratch it up some more because there's some deep ones right there, but it's aluminum. They look deeper than they are. But if you look across that surface, it is flat. Now, a little disclaimer here. It wasn't all totally flat when I got started. I did have to keep sanding on this right here. But let me show you what I did. This is the simplest way to kind of resurface your own heads. Okay? So what I did, let me zoom out there a little bit. I got me a piece of this here, it's like pegboard with no holes in it. And I mounted it to this bar top. See the screws? When I done that, I pre-drilled them holes over there, right there. And then I kind of countersunk it so the screws would set down. God forbid you leave the head of that screw sticking up and it hit that head. Well, that's going to be a problem. There's your warning. All right. So make sure this thing is mounted very, very well. Okay? Now I do see this. It's not going to be there when I'm doing that. So, but make sure that you got it screwed all the way around very good. Now, I took some spray adhesive. I don't know what kind it was I used, but it wasn't 3M. 777, something like that. I don't know. But anyhow, some very good contact adhesive, contact cement, whatever you want to call it, but it says adhesive on it. And I sprayed the surface of both the sandpaper and this board. Let them tack up real good, and when they're tacked, you lay that sandpaper out so that it's don't have no bubbles under it. So go one at a time, and then butt the next one up to it. Now, let me tell you something. If you have access to a belt, a sanding belt, that is the best thing to use. You see that center right there? And then the ends? This really needs to be longer. Now, yeah, I could put another one on there. You know, I can redo this. No, not a big deal. But if it's longer with no seams, you have nothing for the little edges to kind of grab on. And that will happen if you don't watch it. So, and don't go fast, just take your time. Now, you can put some dicom on there, dicom, whatever you want to call that stuff, on the surface here, and then take and start sanding. Or a cheap way to do it is just take you a one of them real fat magic markers, you know, like this. You know, just a fat head marker, just rub it all over it, let it dry good, and then scuff it away until you can tell that surface is flat. If it's flat, it's good, you know. Now, if you look close on that head, you can still see where it was decked from the factory. See them lines? Ain't that something? Now, where it's dull, you know, it's sanding real good. Where it's shiny, it's not. Which means that's, you know, low. Or high in this instance, I guess. But if you'll look, I got sand marks even in those areas. So this is still really a good head. And I'm going to commence to sanding some more on it just for the sake of doing it. But I wanted to show y'all, when you want to do this, just take that head, set it right there, and just scuff. Now, it's good to do it like on an angle, you know, like cross hatching in the cylinder walls. So Let me see if I can turn you back around here and kind of give you a for instance. All right, now I know this thing's crooked. I dang near dropped y'all just a second ago. All right, I'm gonna try to lean y'all over. Forgive me there for this excellent camera work here. And I know this ain't the best, but I ain't the best. This is DIY, remember? All right, so just take this head, put it flat on your surface, get your crap out of the way. Don't need no obstacles. And just take this head, keep it flat on the surface, and just run it back and forth. I mean, it's nothing to it. A little bit of exercise, get your cardio in, you know. And then turn it up. Check it out. See? You just scuff and sand away. Now I'm going to continue to do this a little bit. And the sandpaper I got right here is just 100 grit. And that's to show you, I mean, it's not very, very abrasive. But, you know, it scuffs away and it lets you know what's going on. Now, back to that, using that Dicom or a magic marker. Wherever you sand and there's still some of that Dicom or the marker on there, that's a low spot or high, whichever way you want to look at it. And whenever bit of that is gone, you are totally flat. Now, when you get to sanding on this, as you can see on this sandpaper here, you're probably going to need another sheet or 10. Yeah, a sheet or 10. So, you know, make it, you know, get ready to swap them out a few times. Now, I actually need to put another one on here and then, you know, just to fill this void over here. Because you see where I've been rubbing. But I need to blow it off real good. Put another sheet there, maybe a piece over there, and then cover it again. But what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to find me a sanding belt because there ain't no ends on it. I mean, there is on the ends, but not in the center. Okay, now I want to give y'all one other little tidbit. I'll turn around. All right. You know I was talking about exhaust gasket leak and stuff like that? Simple tool right here, let me tell you. Just take your piece of sandpaper. This here is $150. Bought it at the Walmart. Actually, I bought this Harbor Freight. And if you'll look, you see where it kind of hangs up? That's annoying. But anyhow, you just take that right there. Yep. Lay it flat on that surface. And just like you did the head on to the table, you do this to the head. And you just run back and forth. And you keep going. And then before you know it, that surface is totally flat. Now mine, of course, really ain't bad. But you can see that shiny spot right there. You can see it right there. It's right in the center. So I got a little bit of work to go, but even with those thick gaskets, I ain't even got to do this. But I'm going to do it anyway, because, I mean, hell, why not? All right. I just wanted to cover this little bit of info. And for those people who might wonder, you know, I wonder if that head's good. Kind of hate to put that on there. It'd be really warped bad and not know it. Well, here you go. Here's your sign. Well, this is what I'm wrenching on today. What you guys doing? You know, sitting back drinking your sweet tea, watch TV. Get out in the shop. Send me a message. What are you wrenching on? See you guys.